Why are people so obsessed with Altoid tins? Welcome back to the Stuff You Should Think About, the podcast where we take everyday questions, strange facts, and fascinating topics and break them down in just a few minutes. Today's question is, why do people save Altoid tins? At first glance, it doesn't make much sense. You buy a tin of mints. You eat the mints. The container is empty. Most people would throw it away, but not everyone. There's an entire community of people who collect empty Altoid tins and transform them into something completely different. They're often called Tinnovators. People who come up with clever, creative, and practical uses for those little metal boxes. So, why an Altoid tin? What makes it so special? The answer starts with its design. Unlike cardboard boxes or plastic containers, Altoid tins are made from sturdy metal. They're lightweight, durable, and just the right size to fit in a pocket, backpack, glove compartment, or desk drawer. The lid snaps shut securely, helping keep whatever's inside from spilling out. In other words, it's a rarely made storage container that otherwise would end up in the trash. And that's exactly what makes it so appealing. For many Tinnovators, an empty mint tin isn't garbage, it's a blank canvas. One of the most popular projects is the survival kit. People carefully pack the tin with fishing line, hooks, waterproof machines, a tiny flashlight, a whistle, bandages, water purification tablets, and even a small folding knife. If the tin is large enough, the goal is to fit as many emergency essentials as possible into something that slips into your pocket. Others build first aid kits. A few adhesive bandages, alcohol wipes, pain relievers, tweezers, medical tape. It's amazing how much can fit into such a small space with a little planning. Some people turn Altoid tins into sewing kits. With needles, thread, buttons, safety pins, a tiny pair of folding scissors. Everything needed for a quick clothing repair. Then there are hobbyists. Artists use them to carry watercolor paints. Photographers store memory cards. Musicians keep guitar picks. Fishermen organize small lures and hooks. Campers use them to protect fire starting supplies from getting crushed. Even travelers appreciate them for organizing earbuds, charging cables, or spare batteries. But that's only the beginning. Some Tinnovators take things much further. They build miniature electronics, tiny radios, LED flashlights, portable phone chargers, even small game systems have been squeezed into Altoid tins by creative engineers and hobbyists. Over the years, people have managed to fit clocks, speakers, Bluetooth receivers, and miniature computers into a container originally designed to hold mints. It's a reminder that creativity often comes with limits. When space is restricted, people become surprisingly inventive. The Altoid tin becomes a puzzle. How much functionality can you fit into something that fits in your pocket? There's another reason these tins remain so popular. They are inexpensive. You don't have to buy an expensive project box. Just finish the mints, wash the tin, and start creating. It's also a great example of upcycling. Instead of throwing something away, you give it a second life. That reduces waste while encouraging creativity. In a world where so many products are designed to be disposable, It's refreshing to see people finding ways to reuse something so simple. The internet has played a huge role in growing the Tinnovator community. Video creators share tutorials, DIY enthusiasts post step-by-step guides. Makers challenge each other to build increasingly creative projects. Some focus on practical uses, others create tiny works of art. And every year, someone comes up with an idea nobody thought of before. What's fascinating is that the Altoid tin itself hasn't changed much over the years. It's still a small metal box. Yet people's imagination keeps finding new possibilities. Maybe that's the real lesson. Innovation doesn't always require brand new technology. Sometimes it starts by looking at an ordinary project in a completely different way. An empty mint tin becomes a toolbox, a survival kit, a wallet, a paint set, a tiny electronics lab, or something no one has thought of yet. That's the mindset of a Tinnovator. They don't ask, what is this made for? They ask, what else could it become? And that's a question worth asking about more than just mint tins. Sometimes the most creative ideas don't come from inventing something new. They come from seeing new possibilities in something that's been there all along. Thanks for listening to The Stuff You Should Think About. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow the podcast and join us next time, where we'll answer another question you probably never thought to ask, but definitely should.